Begin by closing your eyes. Allow attention to turn inward. There is nothing to find yet, only space to notice. Bring awareness to the breath, not changing it, not guiding it, just recognizing its presence. Inhale naturally, exhale slowly. Let the body register this pause as permission to listen. Self-discovery does not begin with answers. It begins with presence, with willingness to stay. Bring awareness to the weight of the body, how it is supported right now. The surface beneath you, steady, reliable. Let the body know it does not need to perform. Nothing is being evaluated. Bring awareness to the head, the scalp, the forehead, the space behind the eyes. Notice any habit of searching, trying to understand, trying to define experience. For now, allow understanding to rest. Discovery happens before explanation. Bring awareness to the eyes. Let them soften fully. Vision can turn inward without effort. Bring awareness to the jaw, the tongue, the mouth. Release the need to comment internally. Release the urge to narrate. Silence creates room for deeper insight. Bring awareness to the neck and shoulders. Notice what has been carried. Identity, expectation, responsibility. With each exhale, allow these to loosen slightly, not disappearing, just softening their grip. Bring awareness to the chest, the steady rhythm beneath thought. Breath and heartbeat moving together. Notice how life continues without instruction. This rhythm holds truth before thought appears. Bring awareness to the center of the body, the belly, the core. This is where intuition gathers, where understanding forms without words. Allow this area to soften. Self-knowledge emerges when the body feels safe. Bring awareness to the spine, the quiet axis of presence, supporting both grounding and openness. Notice uprightness without strain, alignment without effort. Bring awareness down through the legs, the thighs, the knees, the calves. Feel grounding without heaviness, stability without rigidity. Bring awareness to the feet, the soles, the contact with the ground. Grounding allows insight to remain embodied, integrated, honest. Now sense the whole body together. Not scanning, just sensing. This body holds memory, experience, wisdom waiting to be felt. You are not entering something new. You are turning toward what has always been present. Remain here for several slow breaths. Let awareness deepen gently. The journey has begun, without effort. Now that the body has settled, we begin to listen more closely. Not for answers, for signals. Bring awareness back to the breath. Notice how it moves now. Quieter, less noticeable. When the breath softens, attention naturally turns inward.
Bring awareness to the forehead and the space behind the eyes. This is where effort often gathers. Notice any impulse to analyze what is happening, to name it, to understand it immediately. There is no need to stop this impulse, simply recognize it. Then allow it to rest. Bring awareness to the jaw and mouth. Notice if there is tension. Link to inner commentary. Let the jaw loosen slightly, let the mouth rest. Silence makes room for deeper perception. Bring awareness to the throat, the space between thought and expression. Notice how this area feels when nothing needs to be said. Open, neutral, available. Bring awareness to the chest, the steady rhythm beneath emotion. Notice how this rhythm continues without instruction. Life does not wait for understanding. Bring awareness to the upper back, the place that supports forward movement. Allow it to soften. You do not need to move toward insight. Insight arrives when effort releases. Bring awareness to the belly, the center of sensing and response. Notice how this area feels when you are not anticipating anything. Not waiting, just present. This is where intuition becomes noticeable. Not as certainty, as quiet orientation. Bring awareness to the hips and pelvis, the foundation of stability. Let this area feel grounded. Support allows exploration without losing balance. Bring awareness down through the legs, the thighs, the knees, the calves. Feel grounding without heaviness, stability without rigidity. Bring awareness to the feet, the contact with the ground. Grounding keeps insight embodied, honest, integrated. Now sense the whole body together, not scanning, just sensing. Notice what has quieted, what feels more open, what feels less driven. This is the landscape where self-discovery unfolds naturally, not through searching, through listening. Remain here for several slow breaths. Let awareness continue to deepen. You are learning by being present. As listening deepens, certain patterns may begin to reveal themselves, not as thoughts, as sensations. Bring awareness to the body as a whole. Notice what draws attention naturally, without choosing, without effort. This pull is not random. It reflects where experience is stored. Bring awareness to any area that feels noticeable right now. Tight, heavy, warm, or quiet. There is no need to change what you notice. Observation itself creates understanding. Bring awareness to the quality of sensation, not the story around it, the texture, the weight, the movement. Self-knowledge forms when sensation is allowed to speak first. Notice whether emotions are present without naming them. Emotion is a bodily signal before it becomes feeling. Bring awareness to the breath again. Notice how it responds to attention resting here. Breath often shifts when something important is being sensed. Bring awareness to the chest and belly together.
These areas often reveal truth before words appear. Notice if there is contraction or openness, or neutrality. All are informative. Patterns do not need fixing. They need recognition. Recognition allows choice. Choice allows change. Bring awareness to the spine, the central line of awareness. Notice how the body holds itself when truth is being sensed. Uprightness may soften, breath may deepen, or nothing may change. All responses are valid. Self-discovery does not look one way. Now sense the whole body again. Notice if awareness feels clearer, more honest, less defended. This clarity is not judgment. It is understanding without commentary. Remain here for several slow breaths. Let recognition continue quietly. What you are noticing is already teaching you. Now allow whatever has been noticed to settle without interpretation. You do not need to understand it yet. Understanding arrives later. Bring awareness back to the breath. Notice how it moves when nothing is being examined. Breath becomes steadier when meaning is not demanded. Bring awareness to the body as a whole. Notice how it holds experience when it is allowed to remain unnamed. Insight does not require conclusions. It requires space. Bring awareness to the chest. Notice how openness feels when nothing needs to be decided. Bring awareness to the belly. Notice how grounding feels when there is no urgency to act. This is integration, experience finding its place without pressure. Bring awareness to the nervous system. Notice how it responds when there is no expectation to change or improve. The system settles when it feels trusted. You may notice a sense of coherence now. Not clarity in words, clarity in feeling. This clarity does not push forward, it waits, it listens, it remains available. Bring awareness to the spine. Notice alignment without effort, support without rigidity. This is how insight becomes embodied, not held in the mind, held in presence. Bring awareness to the whole body again. Notice if there is less tension around what you noticed earlier. Softening is a sign of integration. You do not need to take anything from this moment. What is real will stay. What is not will fade. Remain here for several slow breaths. Let experience organize itself. Self-discovery continues, even when you are not thinking about it. Now allow this awareness to move with you, not as a conclusion, as orientation. Self-discovery does not end when the practice ends. It continues quietly in how you listen. Bring awareness back to the breath. Notice how it supports this steadiness. Breath does not need attention. It simply continues. Bring awareness to how the body feels now. Not searching for difference, just noticing presence. Notice if there is more ease in staying with experience.
more tolerance for uncertainty. This ease is a sign that something has shifted, not dramatically, reliably. Bring awareness to the nervous system. Notice how it responds when there is less need to control understanding. Control softens, curiosity remains. Bring awareness to the heart area, not as emotion, as availability. Availability allows truth to arrive in its own timing. Bring awareness to the belly, the place where trust settles. Trust does not rush. It waits until readiness is felt. Bring awareness to the spine. Notice how alignment supports forward movement without pressure. You can move from this place without abandoning awareness. When thoughts return, they may feel different, less demanding, more spacious. This is the integration of insight, not answers, capacity. Bring awareness gently to the space around you, the room, the light, the sounds nearby. Allow orientation to return gradually. The body prefers gentle transitions. If the eyes are closed, allow them to open when it feels right. Carry this quiet knowing with you, not as belief, as attentiveness, as willingness to listen. Remain here for a few final breaths. The journey continues. Each time you pause and notice what is present.
Now allow the experience to become less defined, less guided, more your own. Awareness no longer needs direction. It knows how to rest. Notice how presence feels when nothing is being sought. Not answers, not confirmation. Just being here. This is where self-discovery measures, not as insight, as familiarity. Bring gentle attention to the sense of continuity in the body. Breath moving, posture supporting, life continuing quietly. Notice how this continuity does not depend on thought. It has always been here. If reflections arise, let them pass without following. If stillness remains, let it remain. There is no preference now, no direction to choose. Bring awareness to the nervous system. Notice how it holds openness, without scanning for threat or meaning. This openness is a form of trust, not belief, not certainty, just availability. Bring awareness to the heart area, not as emotion, as steadiness, as presence without agenda. Notice how presence feels when it does not lean forward or pull back. Bring awareness to the belly, the place where grounding and intuition meet. Feel how stability allows listening without effort. Bring awareness to the spine, the quiet line of orientation, supporting movement and rest equally.
This orientation moves with you. It does not stay on the mat. It becomes reference. Now sense the whole body together. Nothing highlighted. Nothing excluded. This wholeness does not require an understanding. It is enough to be felt. Remain here for several slow breaths. Let presence deepen on its own. No instruction needed. No destination ahead. When you return fully to activity, let this quality move with you. Not as memory, as tone, as listening, as ease. The journey does not close here. It continues quietly. Each time you pause and notice what is present. Now allow the practice to come to rest, not ending, completing its arc. Notice how the body feels when nothing more is being asked of it. Supported, present, enough. Self-discovery does not require conclusions. It settles through attention, through patience, through honesty. Bring awareness gently to the whole body, from the ground to the crown. Notice the steadiness that remains, not dramatic, not fleeting, reliable. This steadiness is what carries insight into daily life, not as answers, as sensitivity, as discernment. You do not need to remember what you noticed here. What matters will return when it is needed. Bring awareness back to the space around you. The room, the air, the sounds nearby. Allow orientation to return slowly. The nervous system prefers gentle transitions. If the eyes are closed, let them open when it feels natural. Take one final easy breath. No intention, no expectation, just breath. Carry this way of listening with you into conversation, into movement, into quiet moments. Now there is nothing left to guide, nothing left to follow, only presence remaining. Notice how awareness feels when it is completely unoccupied, not focused, not drifting, simply here. The body continues on its own, breathing, balancing, responding to the moment. You do not need to stay with this state. It stays with you, quietly, naturally. Notice how effort has fallen away. Nothing is being held, nothing is being searched for.
This is not a state to preserve, it is a reference point, a place you recognize when you return to it. If thought appears, let it appear. If stillness remains, let it remain. Neither interrupts what has settled. Bring gentle awareness to the sense of continuity, life moving forward without instruction. This continuity is the deepest form of self-trust. You may move now or rest longer. Both are correct. No signal is required to end this practice. You will know when to continue. Remain here for as long as you like, or carry this quiet orientation into what comes next. The journey does not conclude, it integrates. It becomes subtle. It becomes yours. Now allow even this sense of journey to dissolve. There is nothing left to explore, nothing left to uncover. What needed to be noticed has already been felt. What needed to soften has already softened. Notice how the body rests when nothing is expected of it. No insight required. No awareness to maintain. Presence remains without effort, without direction. Bring gentle attention to the simplicity of being here. Breath moving, body supported. Awareness steady. This simplicity is not empty. It is complete. Self-discovery does not end with understanding. It completes itself in acceptance. Notice how the nervous system holds this completion. Not alert, not withdrawn, at ease. This ease is not passive, it is readiness without tension. Bring awareness briefly to the whole body one last time. Not scanning, not sensing for change, just acknowledging wholeness. Nothing needs to be remembered. Nothing needs to be carried consciously. What matters has already integrated. If thought arises now, it will arise differently. Less urgent, less insistent. If emotion appears, it will be met with more space, more patience. This is the quiet result of the journey. Not answers, capacity. Bring awareness gently back to the space around you. The room, the light, the sounds nearby. Allow orientation to return at its own pace. There is no moment to rush toward. If the eyes are closed, let them open when ready. No signal needed. Take one final natural breath. Nothing added. Nothing released. Just breath. This practice is complete, not because it ended, but because nothing more is needed.